Thank you, Sheaves, and we are back for game two. And I mean, honestly, what to say? I think they kind of struck it on the head. As I don't know about you, but I was looking at that, and that Mirana pick feels like it's a filler pick because it is typically treated that way.
Yep, I don't get it either. I guess there's a Bane versus you, and you want to deny them the possibility of having that Mirana Bane as well. But overall, I would have rather, like, even though there's a Magnus and you don't have the last pick, I would rather see a Meep or something like that.
Something a little bit spicy.
Yeah.
Something
you don't cower out in a position like this one.
No, not when you're behind.
Picks.
You can't afford to be playing it safe. You need to be risky here.
Still, I wouldn't say it's super grim, but the way VP played the first game, and the fact that they have a Kunkka last pick versus Mirana, which counters her, and their whole lanes look really well. I mean, there's still options for them, right? 3-3 on the Panda or the Necro, they can buy the Radiance, they can buy the Shivas, they can deal with the PL. It's not the end of the world, in my opinion, but it might be a really hard game for them.
They have to stomp the outer lanes, though. That is definitely the condition. And this Mirana pick, I feel like maybe it was because they saw the draft so far. They went, okay, this could be a Lina mid. This could be a Mag mid. There's no easy way to get a win in this mid lane. So because of their flexibility, let's just pick a hero that can do well often, and it's quite, flexible itself. But the Kunkka being still in the pool was pretty damning here.
Yeah, that Kunkka pick, though, it was perfect, I think, for them as well. The Kunkka pick just makes so much sense. And it's a mid Kunkka, not a 4, so no one is definitely like just as strong on this hero and as almost on any other that he plays a lot. And it's gonna be rough for NIP in my opinion, but you know what? Last game it looked kind of close and VP just stomped them. Maybe in this game in which the drafts are not looking that favored for them, they're gonna...
it's opposites day.
Yeah,
okay.
maybe. You never know. It's the opposites day, yeah.
Possibly. Well, VP, they are going to manage
Roger.
to snatch up 3 runes here by the looks of it.
Roger.
Can they? No, Sax has moved past, but Roger will go down.
And the rune.
Yep, they get the rune, they get the kill. The arrow's going to be there as well. They're going to harass Pasha pretty heavily. They can't kill him. Yeah, nicely done. They get the kill on Lina first blood. And this is a good way of starting it. Isn't Fado in the mid lane, by the way. He's going to be in the safe lane.
It's going to be the safe lane Mirana. And I like this as well, as it's not that easy for Mirana versus Kunkka.
You have to dodge that matchup. It's just so unfavorable. Meanwhile, on this one, look at this. Just around the Roger again.
Yeah, Roger is going to have such a rough time here. Because usually what...
Oh, arrow! It connects! Get him again!
Nice.
NIP!
Fata says nice.
The odds might write them out, but they're proving themselves dominant in this bot lane to begin with.
Yeah,
straight off the bat.
They have... I mean, it's a Fata Mirana as well. Like
it is his speciality.
Yeah, he's really good with that hero. And after that first game, I think he has something to prove. And maybe this is the right time to do that.
Yeah, let's not write him out, because like we said, it might be opposites day here, but the choice to not stick at mid was perfect here. Because this is one of the big strengths for NIP, is they have 2 very competent mid laners.
Pasha suffering so much already.
Getting low, the arrow won't finish him
off.
No, he's going to poison. It's going to get him. Yeah, Saxa gets the kill.
So you have this Mirana that actually has a very nice base attack damage and base attack speeds, right? And then you have poison. And so you basically use the poison touch and you keep on refreshing it. And it's really good versus both the Magnus and the Lina, because usually as Magnus and Lina, what you want to do is you want to empower the Lina, and then she just trades hits with whoever. Whoever tries to trade hits, she just stuns in, and then just dishes out a few more hits from that extra range of hers. But right here, like they're definitely finding ways of dealing versus that Lina.
She kind of has to not be dead for that to be a good thing.
As soon as she gets poison touched, it seems that they go on her.
And that's the thing, actually. Before you have boots or windlace here, you can already see the effects of the poison touch coming in.
I think it's huge that they got that first blood, and then afterwards dominated the lane.
It's kind of interesting we're seeing Dazzle come out, because this was a hero. We've had discussions about this. It seems no one wants to touch it, despite the fact that a lot of teams have issues approaching high ground. So this hero is still very relevant later on, not just with the Shallow Grave, but with the weave.
Every game that we've seen him, right, so far,
he's been pretty strong.
He's been pretty strong, yeah. Roger again. He's going to fall here.
Yeah, Light Strike Ray coming out. It's not going to protect him, though. There's the final hit with the arrow. He's skewered 2 on the tower, but they don't care. They just walk it off a leap away. Pasha's all alone here.
I mean, so far, this is proving to be a really rough laning stage, at least for Virtus.Pro.
Ace getting low. Should be fine. He's got some tangos plus the Death Pulse available, and the DD means Kunkka doesn't want to dive the tower.
Yeah, Kunkka is winning a little bit. Not too much.
But Kunkka is expected to, right?
Yeah.
He's got that extra damage he can deny. He actually hasn't denied that many.
Yeah, I mean, you're versus the Necro, so he can use that pulse if you always go near him, so you have to be careful when it comes to that. And he has that damage with the Death Pulse to actually out-damage your Tidebringer. Yeah, Tidebringer.
Yeah, the Tidebringer.
There we go. Expert analysis.
You can call it the cleave if you want. That's
Yeah,
acceptable. And the bot lane again, the arrow connects. No, Fada will just TP back to his tower. He's like, screw this, I ain't wasting no leaps. It's still on cooldown anyway.
And you know what? This lane actually becomes...
It's dead.
It's definitely hard because Mirana, with extra kills early on, like she just does so much with that farm.
33 living left from the edge.
We talked about like how some heroes transition from the laning stage into the mid game. Well, Mirana is one of those heroes that has a peak in the laning stage itself as well, just because she benefits so much from an extra raid band and an Aquila. Even like later on with the phase boots, it becomes so difficult for you to lane against her if she gets those items fast enough. At the same time, he almost ran in it.
Almost. He won't be able to get the regen rune. No one's just locking him off. He knows he wants this so badly.
No one is like. I don't
Do
really
you want it? Do I get it?
Yeah. I don't really need this right now. I want to waste some spells. I want to trade hits. But if I do that, he might steal it because he's already on 40%. So let's just take it.
You know what that was? That was the feeling when two people arrive at the door at the same time.
Yeah, it's like no, you first. No, you, sir.
Please.
No, you, sir. Please, sir. You're actually British. You should be.
This is very familiar. Yeah. We love our cues. We love that kind of aspect as well. Stun's coming up. Pio taking a lot of damage. Ramses is going to be fine. 33 is going to get low. They don't have the brain sap. They got at least 5 more seconds to go. There you go, 8 actually. So quite a wait. Can they get Ramses though? I don't think they can.
It's difficult. No one should die here. Perhaps if Solo manages to sleep 3-3, maybe he dies. But
you felt. You know, I noticed this. We haven't cast VP together before. There's a trap here. You cannot use the statement "no one."
Yeah.
I fell into this as well. It's nobody.
Nobody.
Because everyone then assumes what? No one's not dying.
No one is gonna die on this lane. Instantly switches to this lane.
Now this lane, however, but this is a thing actually. In fairness, I was having a discussion with some people like the most annoying names, and no one was rated as like before he was even in the scene as one of the names they'd hate to come into casting.
Of course, I was just thinking that in the first game. I was just thinking the same exact thing, like because I haven't casted a lot. Obviously, I'm kind of new to this gig, and
I've done a lot as well.
No one is definitely a difficult name. It just messes with you a little bit when you try to talk about the team fight or something that's happening on the map.
It's like you have things like anybody, maybe not one, and Roger. Oh god, is he even a hero at this point?
He's becoming
just
no
a creep.
one. He's becoming no one.
No body.
I mean, he's been in his spiritual form for most of this laning stage so far, and you know how much I love Roger and the way he plays, and I respect the dude so much. But
he's irrelevant at this point.
It's been rough. It's been so
Pasha?
rough.
Sux is going to chase him down here. One more tap, he'll get the kill.
He's dead.
He's got the stick, it don't matter. He's
Mega kill on the Dazzle.
I'm sorry, what? Can we just process this for a moment? There's a Dazzle with 5 kills.
And he's actually queuing a phase boots. And I don't blame him.
I like this.
I don't blame him at all. Like, he's gonna hit so hard. I'd rather see him go for some medallion or something like that, but sure, or an urn even. But
Roger's gone top. He's identified the problem. The bot lane is a death zone. He doesn't want to be there. Stun's going to come with the Brewmaster. They got the damage there. The clap's going to be there. Trying to move away. The brain sap's on him. There should be another Spirit Lance coming out in a second. They'll chase forward. The final tap's there. PBD's alone. He needs to get out now. Light Strike Array doesn't connect. It will sidestep it. He's got a long way around to walk away from this, and Ramsey's going to cut him off. Stuck in the corner. Ogre 3-on-1. He should fall.
No, PPD.
Good. See you later, Peter.
All right. I mean, it did take them like 5 deaths to understand that lane is gone, but at least they did it. They did rotate Elena, and they did it in a good way. Like, that rotation wasn't some rotation that failed. I really think it needed.
Oh, they're going to get more. Punch him on the 33. No. He took the Nightmare off. Roger making a small mistake there. 33 trying to move away, getting body blocked by Solo. It's going to be close. The brain sap. Nice stun coming up. Light Strike Array in return. Stun after stun. Fada jumps in. He's going to turn up. He says, okay, where you going? Roger going to follow you. Get Solo. And Ramses has to move away. Doesn't have the double gang for 20. But Fada, he's not going to chase any further.
He might.
Is he? He might. He's got the arrow available. They're looking for the stun opportunity. Arrow's going to go through. Ramses sidesteps it just in time. Leap forward. Fada's still chasing. He's gone a little bit too far now. He needs to back away.
I think this rotation, perhaps, from Fata wasn't the greatest one.
It could have been handled better. He should have maybe went for the Bane kill instead.
I mean,
you're worried about the Nightmare, but still, you got a better chance to succeed in that.
If he got the PL kill, that would be amazing. But like this, you're basically rotating. Yeah, you're gonna pressure the PL now, but the Magnus is gonna get a little bit. But not right now.
There you go, Arrow, Starstorm coming in. They'll find the kill in the end. Ramses goes down.
I mean, everything I just said.
Is irrelevant.
Scratch that. As he did get that kill, and if he stays top, he's gonna continue pressuring.
This smoke rotation, 3-on-1. Ace might be in a little bit of trouble unless he runs fast away from them. Nightmare's gonna be there. They got the boat for the follow-up. Midnight Shadow's coming out. Brewmaster trying to TP in. Someone's going to be there. They don't want to kick him in.
They don't have detection, right? No one brought it.
No one brought it at all. Well, yeah, nobody.
Nobody and no one.
No one didn't either. He's only got his hands on a ward. Ace is trying to go in for this. He can't get him low enough for the scythe, but at the same time, it's a small loss for VP. It's minimized by the fact that Brewmaster TP'd mid to do nothing.
Well, the thing is, the Brewmaster does not have a spot on the top lane any longer, as Mirana has basically bullied you out of that lane.
And Pash is now up to 6, which means if you go down there, you get pummeled as well.
Yeah, so this Brew is basically the collateral damage of what's happening across the map.
Oh, starting on the top lane, going to Ramses. They want to force the doppelganger out of him. He doesn't want to use it just yet. Vada's still holding the Starstorm, leaps forward. There's the TPs coming out. Needs to throw an arrow on one of these targets, but no, 33 is going to dive in deeper. He wants to kill Ramses. Arrow's going to go through. Catches him. Nightmare to protect. Light Strike Ray is going to come out. He might be able to escape. 33 is giving him like, no, the side. Ace shows up. He gets the kill. 40 seconds on the sideline for the PL. 33. He pings. He wants to fight with Solo. Light Strike Ray is going to come out. The Brain Sap as well, but Solo needs to move away. The clap's going to be there. They should be able to run him down. The Death Pulse, they'll be able to get the kill in the end. Or are they? They're still chasing. Ping's coming out. Death Pulse doesn't land. 33 sees the opportunity, going to move forward. Doesn't have the clap. The Nightmare's going to be there. Solo buying enough time. He doesn't have enough for the Brain Sap, though. There it is. They get the kill in the end. Light Strike Ray from Roger is out of man. Needs to be careful himself. On the other side, though, no one being chased down by Fada. He wants this kill. Double kill happening on the side as Roger does get killed in the end by Ace. The final tap needs to happen. Can Fada get it? No one's running for his life. He's juking. Arrow through gets him. Mega kill streak for Fada.
You see, it's the opposite day, man.
It is. It's getting insane right now.
Yeah, I mean, still the draft from Virtus.Pro, if they hit their crucial timings, they should be able to come back. But honestly, if you give this NIP this much of a lead, they can dominate the mid game as well and perhaps close it. The problem that I see, the biggest problem for NIP right now is the Brew. He suffered a lot from all of these rotations, as he did not get the levels or the farm. I mean, he has suffered, but at least you have a farm dazzle.
And do you know who hasn't suffered? You know who it is. It's that Magnus just sitting all lonesome in the bot lane, doing whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, basically, he's recovering. He's in recovery mode, and he has completely recovered.
He finally has more gold than Dazzle, which is a good start.
Yeah, and the two cores, though, the Necro and the Mirana, they are...
Oh, but coming in on Sax, the Torrent as well. They want to just get the bounty, they'll back away. They're a little bit paranoid, and they should be, because NIP rotated 4 people down here.
Yeah, everyone was there. You want to fight those runes, and no one just knew exactly how he needed to approach that fight.
But I like what's coming out from VP, is because they've identified that NIP won't cluster and just go. That's what they've been doing the last few minutes. So VP are just trying to be a little bit more elusive. They're splitting up their heroes. They're soaking up the XP and gold.
Definitely. The game did calm down a little bit. I think if you are Virtus.Pro, you're happy with that.
They gave the tome to 33.
Perhaps they had to. That Dazzle had a free lane. He was just farming, honestly. Like, of course you give it to the Panda. Like, he definitely was the one that needed it. He was basically delegated to position 4 roaming Brew.
He was indeed. Patch is here on the mid lane, but where's your damage if you do get a good RP? That's the real question. These are fairly tanky individuals now. Fada's got decent stats at this point.
Like, he has 1 spell to outpush with. That's it.
And it's all about how you create space for the PL. That's the focus of the draft on the side of VP.
Yeah, perhaps if you are PL, you port to that or go to that Magnus so he can give you Empower as well, so you farm faster. That would be good. I think it would boost PL's farm.
He's going for the TP out.
He's fine.
They get him, he'll be fine.
He's fine. And he actually did port to the Magnus, so he's going to get that Empower. And Magnus says, yes, this will do just fine. There we go.
I think the mistake there is that they bring all the wrong heroes. They need Mirana or Necrophos. Like, like PPD made him get stunned out, but he's so slow.
Ace has been on point with his rotations, I have to say that so far. Like, he's been...
Yeah, that jump top completely changed the fight.
Like, he basically saves the brew, kills the PL, turns the whole scenario of that whole engagement. So I love it. I love that.
He's earned his spot as top network
Solo
right
is
now.
struggling quite hard because I honestly think they could have used him on if he had level 6, you know, like if he had that level 6 right now, it would be much better for Virtus.Pro because they would have a way of basically taking down anyone with that grip. But right now they
Solo's
don't.
moving in here. Moonlight Shadow's coming out. 33 is on the move. He does have the primal split. Doesn't want to use it. The boat's going to come through on the Dazzle. He's going to be killed. Light Strike Ray. The Laguna just to make sure he dies.
I mean, that's a huge kill. Roger gets 400 gold.
Yeah, he's
from
worth a lot
Dazzle.
of money at this stage.
He definitely is. And
TPD, this is pretty deep. What's he going to make happen here?
Oh,
Wants
three
to stun up
trees
Solo. There it is. 33's on his way. The arrow connects. They'll be able to get him. And Bane should be falling here. They'll leave him behind.
I think you're fine. It's
You're
level.
still happy with that trade?
Like, look at that. That Dazzle gave 400 gold. I mean, yeah, he did die to Fata, but he gave 160 gold, 70. So it's not the end of the world. If anyone has to die at this point and you are VP, I think Solo is the one that's happiest to do that. So
It's definitely acceptable, yeah. I agree. Like, any kill right now for VP is worthwhile. Even the Ogre to an extent, actually.
yeah, anyone.
Oh, 33.
It's
Wants to
hard.
move in. No one's here. Arrow won't be able to connect. Torrent to protect himself.
I
Won't
mean,
be able to move away.
like they have basically the fact that Brew has no farm has rendered them very useless when it comes to initiation. They basically have to use the Mirana ult to approach anyone. You don't have a blink on any of the cores, and you have no ways of catching up. Yeah, you can use leaps on Mirana, but she has no slows. She has no stuns if she's on top of you. Yeah, the arrow might work from distance, but that's a long shot. Like, and it has to be a long shot.
Yeah, hopefully. But I was going to say, there's a fair point because the other catch for using Moonlight Shadow is you're going to know when it's happening because there's going to be no one on the map.
Yeah.
They can't be shown on the map.
Yeah, you should definitely know. And I love what 3T is doing. He's actually just rushing straight Blink
yeah.
right now. Yeah, so that's gonna definitely be beneficial as he's gonna, like, yeah, he's under farm, but if he manages to get this naked Blink, it's still gonna be beneficial to his team. So
He needs to initiate. They need some form. The problem is there are means of potentially shutting him down. For example, Solo's quick off the mark.
My biggest problem is all their itemization so far has been really defensive. They haven't risked at all with this. Alright, this
Both
is really
slow
good.
things down.
So this is what I'm talking about. VP understands that they have completely invested in these defensive items, and because of that they realize that basically fighting with them right now would be equal to suiciding, and they're just accepting that some towers are gonna fall while they try and farm their crucial items, armlets, diffusals on PL, maybe a blink on Magnus, and I think it might bite NIP back, because if they are so defensive right now, once VP gets those crucial timings, oh, maybe Ramses won't get them.
Should be able to stun him up. Arrow through. Should have enough damage to the Starstorm. They get the kill.
Yeah, that's great.
That's the important one as well.
Yeah, but now that spell, which allowed you to do that, is on a 120-second cooldown.
That is the problem. And actually looking for Solo, but he just weaves past them and makes his escape. So you find that pick off, but at the same time, like I said, it's not just that you're making these defensive items. You're committing cores to go for those pick-offs.
I mean, if you're killing that PL, you're probably happy with
But how often do you think you can get that kill? Like you said, 120 seconds is a long way. You need something to do in the meantime. This is what I want to see. Mirana with the Maelstrom pick up. Now you're going to start farming.
They have just smoked up, actually.
Yeah,
and
VP want to make some aggression happen.
what's happening? Oh, he's just going to refill the bottle instead. All right, and empower the PL. So a little bit of a delay happening here.
They're
But
still moving though.
Ramses missed the smoke bus, but
The problem with this gank is you kind of have to get the Dazzle first. Or you can with the Bane Nightmare Fiend's Grip. It is possible, but you have to see the Dazzle.
I mean, yeah, and you have Yules on Necro already, so you can't even X him properly, right? So you have many issues.
Smoke rotation coming in, Bruce moving to the bot lane, they know what's going on.
Really good read by them. I think if you are VP and you aren't reading this right, you're going to be aggressive, but if you are, you're going to just fall back. And it seems that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're getting out. They did at least see Fada shown top, but they were a little bit suspicious about that. They're going to move towards the mid lane, though. They might be able to find a target. Roger's farming aggressively here.
Roger.
It's going to be close. Can they get across? Fada with the leaps. He wants to make it happen. Actually doesn't snatch up the Arcane, though. They'll at least get the kill. But once again, you just use all your leaps, and on the back foot, you lose Saxa.
Yeah, Saxa is arguably a bigger kill right now.
He's a very big kill if you look at the comparison.
Yeah, Ramses, who's their carry, got 287 gold, so it's pretty good for him, but he's going to continue. Actually, look at his build. He's going SNY. He isn't doing the standard, the most standard build, but SNY is actually quite
he's going to be brawling.
Yeah, right? SNY is quite alright too. Like it is standard. What am I talking about? With the Empower, it's definitely the standard too. So you're going to be able to just farm a lot and farm as well as you'll be tanky.
Farm and farm and farm.
Yeah, but still though, like Necro, what's he buying? Is he going for Radiance or something like that, or is he still investing in Yules and Hood? Because it's a problem. We're gonna like this. Yeah, Yules, Hood. He actually has to, I think, at least invest in something more aggressive for the next item.
And it's kind of problematic when you think that for an NIP, this is basically all about the Mirana when it gets late game and her ability to right-click. And she's against a lineup that has a Kunkka with a Magnus in it.
A Kunkka with a Magnus and versus a PL.
It's not a nice experience. Meanwhile, top, Solo's having a nasty experience. Nightmare to block the damage, could go for TP out. It's too late, though. He's going to go down.
They just deal
Rams
so
is being
much
chased by 3, though. TP rotation by Roger. He might be able to cut this off. Light Strike Ray. Side's going to come out, though. Ramses is gone. 75 seconds on the sideline. That's a long time dead.
What happened there? How did they catch him, actually? That's so weird.
They just got a glimpse of him.
Just the glimpse of him and then
like,
jump on him.
Basically, the Light Strike Array that stunned them cut the trees to give vision. 33 moving in, that Light Strike Array won't connect and Roger's in trouble. The split's going to net them into a kill.
NIP just, playing a very solid game of Dots. Like, all their movements are fine. I think Virtus.Pro might have struggled a little bit too much in the laning stage, and now it's not really easy for them to recover. They still can, with a few good RPs, perhaps.
We haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen an RP yet, and that's...
Oh, speaking of which, straight away, there's going to be one coming to Necrophos. There's going to be a boat smashing in the face, but 33 zone them out. They can't get the kill. They miss the skewer, just trying to get away.
Yeah, that's just horrible for them, honestly. That RP is just the worst.
It's a complete waste.
Yeah, and the thing is, like...
It's these defensive items, right?
And why Magnus wasn't picked so much is basically... like, Axe replaced him completely. You have an Axe who can jump in and do a small RP every now and then, right? While you have to wait a century for that RP on Magnus to come back. So, I mean, and if you're going this Magnus offlane, I really like to see some utility coming from you, but he couldn't go for utility as he already suffered too hard in the laning stage. So it all comes down to the fact that they've been destroyed on that bottom lane.
You can tell just by that move alone. They just send everyone to try and find a kill into an Ogre Magi. That's a pos 5, you're hunting with 5 people.
Yeah, it's definitely looking rough. It's not like...
It's not the end of the world.
It definitely isn't. It definitely isn't. Like, they can come back in this game. They have the means and they have the heroes as well that are going to scale better, as long as they do not suffer way too much through this mid game now as well.
That's going to be the catch. Of course, you can make a lot of mistakes in the early game and you can recover. Of course, the late game, that's where it gets worrisome. You make one mistake, boom, done.
And they have the heroes that can scale properly. It's all like, I'm really worried about the itemization as well. I love the Mjolnir pickup right now. The problem is if they catch her with the Kunkka and the Dazzle is not there to
and she dead.
Yeah, she's so dead, man. Like, it's
that's what I was talking about with the Kunkka especially. Like, you have to build tanky, otherwise if he gets 1 or 2 big items and he has the Magnus buff on him within power.
Yeah, so basically I would have rather seen the Maelstrom into BKB from Mirana, and then the Necro goes for something like a Radiance a bit earlier. Then a Mirana that's building that Mjolnir that's probably going to be casted on the Necro, so that he dishes out so much damage in these fights, right? Or maybe on the Panda, or Ogre, whatever. She's probably not going to do it on herself, unless she's focused.
The logic at this point is that the side of VP are reluctant to fight into them because of these defensive items. So he's kind of over-identifying the farm, right?
I mean, honestly, I can see that, and I completely agree with that, because with these defensive items, like, they were still managing to pick PL off a couple of times, which was slowing him down even more, and which was giving them that farm as well.
They're going to pick off Solo.
Yeah, they're going to get some more farm. Yeah.
That ward was them running out. It comes out the ping as well. VP's going to look to de-ward that just as it runs out.
I think it's really important that Ace was involved in a lot of these kills, and he was getting, if nothing, assist gold, and now he's getting closer to that Radiance that I was talking about. It's going to benefit them so much versus the PL, but I haven't seen no one's Kunkka or Pasha's Magnus do anything so far in this game. Like anything of any great significance, right?
And I think also like that rotation fairly early top from Fada. I say fairly early. They let 33 suffer a bit, but eventually rotate him up there. Completely change the dynamic of the lanes, because often we see teams refuse to.
In hindsight, it's basically the move that was done all the time, like maybe half of a year ago or maybe a bit more. It was basically what, if you win the lane as a carry, right? If your carry wins the lane, he just rotates to the enemy's carry and he just punishes him there and pressures him even further. Especially if that carry of yours scales better early on, and that's exactly what he did with that Mirana, and I can completely get behind that. And it ended up as a good move, at least by the state of this game right now.
And I think the reason it did is because, of course, Roger was punished so heavily as well.
I'm sorry, I'm just loving the poor old Dazzle moving around with 2,000 golds.
What do I? He's like, what do I buy at this stage?
Go for the Dazzleator. Let's go. Dazzleator is back.
Just want to see a. It's a shame they changed the Maelstrom, the old Maelstrom in this scenario, maybe. But obviously with the change, you don't get the attack speed anymore. Sad life.
What can the Dazzle?
You can get Solo Crest though.
You can get a Solar. He can get a Vessel as well, but not like the biggest Vessel game whatsoever, but still, it's good. Four staffs, Glimmers, another Yules, another additional Yules to catch. Kunkka would be good. To mess up with Lina's combos too. To mess up with Magnus combo, Yules would be actually so amazing here.
Yeah, Yules would be great.
You can greed out into repositioning tools such as Blink so that you can stand far beyond Magnus's reach.
This is pretty deep. Gonna go for the TP out. Split's gonna be there though. The stun follow-up means he will not escape alive. He gets to go back to the fountain he was trying to TP for, just in a different way. Is he gonna get denied? No, he will not.
Yeah, they're just gonna continue rushing now.
Look at that! Conveniently sets up a Roche.
Yeah. I mean, that's why he used that split. That was obvious. Like after using that split, they have to commit to the rush. They can't just use that split and take no objective off of it.
Yeah, but it's even better that the arrow comes through. And actually, maybe it looks a little bit like a fakie in the manner that Fada's arrow. They maybe think, Solo thinks, okay, that was meant for me. And it takes them a few seconds longer to realize what's happening here.
If you are VP, you know for sure they're rushing. Like, I definitely. Like you're basically.
You have to with this.
And you can see the way they're moving. It's basically. They know what's up. They can't contest it, and they're fine with that. They're just gonna
with
wait
their haste. Roger's in trouble here. Needs to try and escape, but how do you do it? Light Strike Array might help. He just needs a TP right now, but he's not going to. Arrow doesn't connect. Or will it? Roger almost walks back into it.
He could.
He needs to go now. He's going to cut the trees, but he doesn't use his TP.
The pathing was the problem there. He tried LSA to cut through the trees, but he right-clicked like behind the tree most likely, so his hero moved back. His hero moved back a bit out of the fog, but he was. If he ported instantly when he realized the arrow missed, then perhaps, but it was tough for him.
Yeah, problematic indeed. And Solo, problems for him. Starstorm comes out, moving forward, he's gone.
I mean, as long as you're warding and you're finding their carry...
He just left Saxa behind. It's like, well, good to see you. See you next week, bye.
Yeah, really good kill for Ramses, and now this Shadow Blade might get revealed if Mirana is not careful. They might catch her, they know where she is. They knew where she was, but yeah.
She wasn't taking any chances. She knew something was coming.
Fata just goes back.
I mean, you see enough heroes that initial engagement on your Dazzle to know they're coming. And they have to look for these towers now, because...
Actually, Kunkka did find his BKB, so not really the item that I adore. It's basically an item that he must buy, but overall, he's going to be a harder kill in these fights, and then your PL is going to be able to not be only that chaos factor, right? Usually the PLs that buy something like Diffusal Manta hard, they go in, they create a lot of chaos. They don't necessarily dish out so much damage. But with the Magnus Empower, with the SNY build on the PL, the Kunkka can go in, he can create that space that's necessary for PL to just clean up. So I can see it working, definitely. It's tough for them, it's rough, especially versus the Aegis Radiance Necro, but it's possible.
I mean, that's my big concern, is he kind of needs it this game, but it's suboptimal in the manner that they'll just ignore you and go around you. Because you can get the bow off, that's expected though at this stage.
Yeah.
So they're really looking for a pick off elsewhere. And they won't find it up here. The arrow, one side or the other to both opponents as they TP out. But I think that's kind of the thing to like highlight is that Kunkka's already very tanky.
Yep.
They're going to look for this PL kill. They're going to keep looking for that. So Magnus needs to be on point with his RP. It's the only way they can reset these fights right now.
PPD.
It's pretty deep. Oh, they didn't hit the light strike array though. It's too fast. Nightmare to make sure he doesn't stun up though. Blink forward. Looks like Solo should be going down. The brain slap's going to come up. The split's going to be committed, and he's left behind and dead. They need to get the rest out though. No one's been slowed. According to the Drunken Haze, he has no port. He has no way out. It's going to be chased onto by the Pandas. Cyclone time when he comes down. They've got a Scythe waiting for him. BKB is going to be there, but the body blocks. Bo's going to be coming out, but no one's in trouble. Oh, nice torrent in on the Necrophos, though. He'll be able to escape.
Yeah, at the
Meanwhile,
same time,
Roger falls to Fada. But that was nicely done. He did at least keep himself alive. Problem, though, that's a 10-second BKB.
I didn't see what Roger was doing, but my wildest... I mean, my...
Would it be farming by any chance?
Nah, my guess was he was trying to perhaps creep skip mid so they don't try and push with it, but it doesn't make sense because... yeah, maybe they're going to go for the tier 2 instead.
BBD being chased on too. Nice. Juke and it's going to TP right out. They have no way to stop it. Do they solo? No. He gets in time in the Nightmare. The blink across. They're going to see Pasha. He's forced to skew away 33. Now it's one-on-one on the side. Fada with the BKB. The big damage coming out from no one though. They'll get the kill. So they're getting low. Ace getting even low. He has to throw out the side and it's wasted. Aegis been popped. On the back foot, 33 still dancing with Pasha. They don't even need the RP here. Saxon's going to be ran away. He'll fall. Double kill from Ramses. And now Ace going to be brought back into the torrent. But RP not even needed. Ace will fall.
You just farm so fast, even after that horrible laning stage. Ah, DX. Well, did you see? He just...
Yeah, he was mid-animation. That was nicely done by 33 to dodge out with the blink just in time. The Laguna, quite frankly, wasted.
By the way, the Yasha on the PL into SNY, with the Empower, it allows him to farm so much. And the solo has been dying all the time, but basically he was creating space. He wasn't dying, he was creating space for his Ramses 666 technique. And now he has SNY, BKB Diffusal. And you know what? In that last fight, he killed the Mirana so easily. I'm not certain, did she finish a BKB yet?
She used her BKB and died.
She used
half
it.
HP.
She even used it, alright.
Yeah, Kunkka took half a HP pool with a single tiebreaker.
That's so rough. I mean, I think that's the breaking point, and the graphs show that as well.
Yeah, that dip is huge.
Yeah, we were worried, and we said it's the opposite day, and it looked like it just might be, but this PL is gonna do so much from now on. Like, he's just gonna farm up. I mean, now, before I was saying it's not over for VP.
Oh, they're gonna go for the PL. They should be able to find him. He's dead. 75 seconds sideline. Solo in the Nightmare trying to move away.
There we go.
The arrow's doing a lot of damage so far. It's gonna be for BKB. RP coming into the bow. It's big. Turn around, Light Strike Ray as well. They're gonna be able to wipe through them all. The Laguna to ensure the Necrophos goes down, and that is the turnaround that VP were looking for in that fight. Fada alone here. BKB ran out. He was going to be that Light Striker Ray. He's going to go down as well. Nope. Going to be kept alive in the meantime. Shallow Grave. Roger getting low. Should fall, but no one's hanging around. He'll be able to clean up the kill. Now Saxa is a little bit deep. He did buy back for this. Can he do anything? 33 going to come in. Don't have the damage. No one will be able to TP out right underneath the nose. Just
that
as
combo.
the buff runs out.
That combo, man.
That was beautifully done. The timing, everything.
I mean, you think your PL is dead, you're going to go back. No. VP does not go back, man. They go in. And that was just amazing. Just amazing to watch, honestly. And the fact that they stayed, like, cool, that they understood that they got this, the Roger, the RP, into the boat, into the torrent, into the LSA. Look at that. Just pure Dota beauty, man. Just the things that you want to see in this game.
It is a piece of art.
Yeah, the reason why we all love this game, it's these moments.
And you know what?
And they don't happen that often.
They don't. And most teams, they have a Magnus. He throws out an RP for 1 or 2 heroes. No. Pasha
you know what?
Waits.
It's like this Magnus, man. This hero just makes you love the game so much. Pick Magnus every game. Yeah, I know you're gonna fail those RPs 9 out of 10 games, but
when you hit it right,
this one moment of glory is worth it.
Now, as a result, they'll take the tier 1 top. They're starting to get control of the map on the side of VP. Moonlight Shadow coming out, moving in. Clap's going to be there, Split coming out. Still needs to retreat, but he can't. Stand up on Roger as well. They're not sure where they want to go on. The side's going to be there. Roger's dead. Boat now coming in. Ace in a little bit of trouble. Yours going to dodge out the boat. They'll be fine. Solo's still being kited out. Can't do anything here. The buyback coming up for Roger. But he's not going to arrive time. BKB, Fada moving forward. Ramsey down to half HP. This goes down. BKB trying to move away. Ace chasing forward. He wants this. Cannot find it though. Cypher already been used. Cyclone controlling up on a no one. When he comes down, can they kill him is the question. BKB Should be able to move away the TP. No way to stop.
Yeah. I mean, you only lost the Dazzle and the Ogre there. You did initiate, though. It wasn't the VP that initiated. It wasn't the VP that used their RP or anything, as I believe it was still on cooldown. They couldn't find the right angle to use it. So overall, I'm not certain you're satisfied as NIP. I'm pretty certain you aren't satisfied, because
you really aren't. Because
you'd rather be winning these fights decisively at this moment in the game, because these heroes from VP, they're gonna scale, I believe, much better.
It's not just that, it's also you get that scythe kill onto Roger, and some people are like, oh, that must have been a tilt buyback, there's no way he's getting involved. No, this is, when you're this poor, you can actually just blow the buyback on the fact that if you spend that long on the sideline, it's actually not worth it.
Yeah, it kind of evens out in the end. You can still get some farm if you're alive, so it's fine. Solo, however, like he's fearless, man. He's solo. He's going solo. Like he's completely fearless in this game.
Look at that. The pit found a bot.
It found a bot?
Starting to even up. It's not just sliding down into the never-ending pit.
No, so basically this game, after that laning stage, I was still worried for NIP. I was still worried for NIP because, yeah, they did so well, but like they don't scale as well, if that makes sense.
There's a timer on this,
yeah,
okay?
But at the same time, you get like this Shiva's Radiance on Ace.
Oh, Ace got revealed in the war.
Oh, the grip.
Oh, grip's coming out. Play free found. Gonna try and move away. The boat's gonna be there. Laguna as well. He won't be able to split up. But no, they're gonna move in. The RP's big. They get it. They got rid of the Dazzle as well. Now they need to go full retreat. Buyback's gonna come up with the Brewmaster, but the Light Striker's where he is there, and it looks like Ace is in trouble. Gonna try and turn around. Roger's gonna go down. 75 seconds on the sideline. They're gonna try and turn this fight. Ace is pretty tanky. Fada, he's just melting through him. BKB gonna go to Welcome Pash, gonna get him low. Double kill already for Ace. The solo falls as well on the side. Ace Jimki going down to Ramses with his own BKB. Yours gonna be there. No, Ramses, he can't finish off the kill. He has to move away. Free move forward with the clap. They haven't got the arrow right now. The split's gonna come out. They want to control the Ramses. Fada's struggling with the illusion in the meantime, and Ramses just buying a little bit of time. He's wondering where his team is. The torrent's going to come out. No one's going to turn around. Suddenly, Brewmaster doesn't want to be here as much anymore. Arrow blocked by the illusion. Ramses on point there. Ace is going to keep chasing, though. He does still have the sight. Can he do the damage, though? Ramses, he's getting below the half HP mark before you throw it out the side. He's going to do it anyway. There's going to be damage. Yes! He gets the kill. 130 seconds. PL has no buyback.
I mean, this is amazing for an IP. Yeah, you did buyback on the 3-3. But I think you're satisfied with this fight, and man, am I enjoying this game right now.
This is what we were looking for.
It's such an amazing game so far. I really love the fact that NIP won their laning stage so convincingly, because this game is just so much interesting because of that fact. As, yeah, they're still in it. They still have ways of winning these fights. Now Ace is probably gonna be boosted by that goal to get the Shivas too, and I mean, it's not easy to kill him. Like, yeah, you can blow that RP up, but if the Panda buybacks and joins the fight again, it's difficult for you. Now Mirana has the Skadi.
And that's the point. I was about to say about that Mirana. It's not just she's tanky. The damage she put out in that fight, they focused Brew maybe too hard here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Pasha just died to solo Mirana, and then Mirana rotated to help the Necro versus PL engagement. So overall, like, yeah, I'm loving this. Like, it can go either way from this point, honestly. Like, if you have some sick RPs from the Magnus, it can go VP's way. If the game is a bit more stable, if NIP does all the correct movements, they can also win it. Like, it's not easy to kill this Ace, especially now with the Aegis as well. Like, he has Shivas, he has Radiance, he has Aegis. He must take care to not be skewered back, like, out of position, where he can't be reached. Because if that happens, like, they can be in a lot of problems, but
it's bodyguard to do between the different members of NIP right now.
Yeah, the problem, yeah, definitely.
It's kind of awkward because they want to stay close together, but they're against a Kunkka and a Magnus. So you have to thread a fine line.
Yeah, it's hard to push high ground as well, right? You're playing versus a Kunkka. He just X's himself. It's a problem, though. You do have that Yules. It's a problem that can be solved with that Yules that you bought on Necro so early on. But look at Saxa and Panda. They're so rich, so filthy rich, these heroes. I mean, 3-3 isn't as much as Saxa, like, for a support, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he had a great start to this game. Play free, not so much.
And Mirana with 20,000 net worth. There we go,
Yules. Trying to play some things. Yules going to be
Too
there.
early.
Nope, doesn't time it right. The X back is fine.
Yeah, but they did throw that boat.
They won't. Like, it's not the biggest cooldown.
It's
and
still hard for NIP. I think Fata does not have a lance, right? Yeah, he doesn't have Dragon Lance. It's because of that, maybe it's a bit hard for him to hit uphill, and it's definitely problematic for them to go high ground unless they get some pickoffs. But at the same time, VP, they aren't really able to squeeze through their lines and go somewhere else on the map. They're basically stuck on high ground. And when you're stuck on high ground, this is basically what's happening. They're just running around your base and waiting for one little fishy to get out and get caught. So.
But just one person to get a little bit greedy. Well, they won't find him this time. Actually, Magnus is pretty far out, pushing the top lane.
Yeah, someone has to. Like,
Jesus, that's a ravine I don't want to fall in. That's like, did you bring your mountain climbing gear? Because you're gonna need it to get out. And actually, Ags is almost done. No, it's flying out. Brewmaster can get it whenever he wants. Akora is now on the way back to the base, and this is big.
Oh, that's nice. He's going to be able to continue spamming his spells out. Like 3-3 with the dispels versus PL is also very solid.
Decent against the Kunkka as well, because of course you can at least get rid of the extra damage from Magnus. And of course, in the initial bout,
yeah, I actually
wasn't
thinking about Empower at all. So it's definitely good in that aspect too. And you have the Bloodlust and Mirana hitting you, which is definitely a fearsome kitty, so you have to be careful.
Yeah, not as much a kitty as a lion at this stage, the amount of damage she puts out. Or Tiger. Tiger's more fair.
Tiger, yeah, pretty much. She was riding like one of those, whatever it is, tigers, initially.
Yeah, well,
leopards, I guess.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah.
Ace is playing this right, actually, because he can't get aggressive this Aegis. He just stations himself closest to the base. So any attempt by VP to look for a gank,
yeah, he's gonna replace that one red item that he was gifted by Roshan, and he's gonna replace it into another red circle item, which is hard.
So he rips out one man's heart,
yeah,
and then replaces it with another.
Pretty much.
What kind of monster does that?
Ace, man. Don't you know what heroes this guy plays?
That's true. That's fair.
Does he have a heart?
If he does, maybe it'll be in his Meepo.
Oh, no, it's gonna be on his Necro actually very soon. He
Never
doesn't
know.
have a heart.
Never
He's
know.
gonna have it very soon.
If NIP continue this rate, maybe they take it to a game 3. Everyone in the odds, they were assuming this was simple for VP, but while they're still clearly in this, they are locked in their base a lot of the time.
I mean, I think they're gonna try and see what's outside their high ground eventually right now, because Necro is losing his Aegis, and you have that timer, you know exactly. And this is it. Basically, you smoke up as soon as that Aegis is gone. However, the heart was not bought yet, so if you get him before he gets that, that would be really good for them. But still, though, you need a good RP. You need a really good RP. You're gonna have problems in this team fight. It's not as easy as before.
Like you said, they made it out of their base finally. You know, you see Ramsey's emerged from the base. He has a beard now. He's been there so long. They're ready to fight, but they're not going to find it easily.
Couldn't shave, couldn't do anything. Oh, they find the DD, but they
don't
can't
want to
get
touch
it. Yeah.
Ace is pushing base. The Brewmaster split as well. Pretty good at pushing this stage of the game. Ace is going to be touched by the Torrent. They already got the tower. They need a good backstab. They can't find it. The split from NIP is good. And not just the brew split, but the location of each of their heroes, making sure Magnus cannot get a max impact.
Did you see that?
It was pretty big. The numbers are getting intense.
Yeah, it killed 2 of the spirits. They just go for the HP talent on Panda this game. I wonder, is it worth it?
I think you almost always do, really.
Yeah.
It's such a good talent. It allows you to split push easily. Just hit buildings.
Most of the time you do, you're right. The damage is also nice sometimes when you're right-clicking, but...
That's true, but
that's
like...
definitely true. I mean,
not in your pub stomps, come on. In the real game. Solo's been found. Gonna be ran down. No chance against that. He was just scouting. He tanks the gang, but for who? They weren't really that close to you. Moving forward, no one with the BKB. The Sky's slowing him down though. Gonna turn around Pacha. The RP gets bluffed. No! Trying to get a one fighter. Gonna turn around Ramsey. Just trying to fight up against his alone. 33 is standing his ground. Now Ramsey, the BKB needs to run away. Being slowed down by the Sky in the meantime. Gonna try and make it back to his base. Should be fine. Dust to make sure no one is pursuing still, but this Skadi is doing so much work. It's so scary for VP.
It's just amazing, and I mean, Ace, look at how deep he is, and they can't deal with him. They need to go on someone else.
They're reluctant because Fada has that DD as well. It's very scary for them right now, but they do at least make sure that NIP don't want to commit to the racks.
It's so rare to see Pasha fluff a spell like that honestly.
I think he felt he just about had Fada in range, and it was worth it for that RP on that one target.
You think? It looked like he was really far away. I thought that the Maelstrom might have hit him when he was trying to blink.
I mean, he was being hit for a good 2-3 seconds.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Alright, so that makes
by
sense. He probably was trying that then.
So, as a result, RP on cooldown, and NIP, they can take a deep breath and feel safe, because that is the big scary factor right now. It's not this Kunkka, he's not got Divine Rapier, right? He's not going to wipe out your Mirana in one hit.
Well, we don't know if he's going Rapier right now, do we? It would be amazing to see that, like, perhaps that's the way. But the problem is, in that last fight at least, the Spirit Panda was... is it the Spirit or the Storm Panda? The blue panda?
I
Spirit.
Storm Panda. I always call it the Storm Panda.
I mean, in Warcraft 3 it was the Storm, it was basically...
I think it's just old habits. Like, they're acceptable. Old Fiend's Grip coming out into that Brewmaster himself. The arrow through will force him to dodge out the Fiend's Grip. Now the boat going to be there as well. Split comes out. The BKB's being activated. Far down to half HP. Eats the cheese. Going to turn around. Solo getting low. Going to keep going for more, though. He stands his ground. No one. He's running out of HP quickly. This side's going to come down. He's dead for 135 seconds. They need to get everyone else out quickly. The stun's going to be on the Ramsey. They can't follow it up, though. Ace moving forward. He wants to go on the prowl for this. Can't clip him with Shivas. Doesn't dodge the Light Strike array. And Pasha Invis just going to move away. He doesn't have the RP still. Fada, he stays alive. Thank God he still had that cheese, because if he falls there, they actually have to retreat. They can't stand the ground anymore.
Yeah, most likely. And you had the DD on the PL as well, which is like good, but you couldn't really utilize it, as Ace does so much versus this PL right now. With just the Radiance Burn, the Shiva.
Oh my God, this stuns on the Ramsey. Oh, the arrow! No, they found him! The buyback's gonna go with Kunkka King getting time. Ramses! He's gonna go down! 95 seconds on the sideline. He has to commit the buyback straight away. The bow's going to come in. The torrent going to get going to 2. They might be able to turn around, going to get a kill on the Ogre. This Shallow Grave will keep him alive in the meantime, but Ace, he needs to get the hell out of it. They're going to use Moonlight Shadow and look to retreat. They'll leave PPD behind. They force big buybacks out, as Lina did commit hers as well. And that was... We've seen some arrows like this on PL in the last few days.
That's like the best, almost the best case scenario if you are an IP right now. You just made the core buyback and you just move away. It's perfect, basically.
And now look at the net worth. It's just building and building. 16k net worth lead now for NIP.
And the Rosh is now just free to be grabbed. I wonder if you are VP, do you try to contest this?
Maybe. They'll know what's going on because PPD just brought back. It should be obvious anyway with everyone off the map.
I mean, it's going to be so difficult for you. You're going to be playing versus a team with Aegis Cheese Refresher without buybacks on 2 of your cores.
They
that's your
should
Kunkka
have
and
RP
PL.
soon, though.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
They're too split up. You can't get a good one. Yeah, it's always been the issue.
Like, it's not only that, it's the fact that this Necro,
he
has buyback, right?
Yeah.
And then you give the Aegis... okay, he actually has the Aegis. Has Aegis buyback, and I don't agree with this. I'd rather have Mirana with the Aegis, because you have travels on Necro, and then you can die and go in again, right?
I think the logic is they feel safe because the Satanic is now up on Mirana.
Pasha?
Pasha's pretty deep here. Shadowblade's about to run out, needs to be careful. No one's just going to run for the high heels. Pasha will be able to escape as well. They can't find anyone here. Close call, though, actually, because that Shadowblade was about to run out for Magnus.
Yeah, alright, so they have the Aegis on the Necro. He just stands in front. Oh,
what?
Yeah.
The Refresher shard is still on the ground.
Well, hello there, little buddy. Perhaps Pasha can find it and turn the game with it. That would be...
If he actually finds this...
That would... I mean, there's no reason to run into the pit right now. Is there? Like, what would be your reasoning? There's absolutely no reason to go there.
NIP. Playing with a handicap here.
Yeah, they're basically telling, yo, VP, we can take you without Refresher Shard. We can do this.
Yo, Necro, how about 2 sides? Nah, man, I ain't got the slots for it. Don't want it.
That's a fluff, basically. They didn't see it, and that's it.
That's a big fluff, though, because that's exactly what you need to breach this high ground. If you got 2 side kills, for example, especially with the big buybacks commit, if you found Kunkka or PL.
Yeah, two sides would be like game.
They could be game ending.
Yeah, they could be game winning right there, definitely. I mean, even one side is basically almost a game won if it's on the core, if it's on the PL or the Kunkka, because they're gonna be gone for such a long time. All their tier 2s are gone, and like if you win a fight right now as NIP, you basically take the game.
I was just watching Peter get close to the pit. I'm like, yes, come on. TI winning captain. He's got to know it's on the ground. Nope. No one is questioning who has a shard right now.
Yeah. So far, NIP looking strong. Game 2 actually came back. Feels good, man. We're gonna see a full series because VP have been looking so strong the last couple of days.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Not going to see a full series just yet. But we are having one hell of a game here so far.
Of course, of course. It's super interesting. I'm still waiting for that RP. Another one. But the thing is, it only comes once, you know.
He only needs one good one at this stage in the game.
One spare game,
Turn
though.
everything.
That's the thing. One spare game and you're like, oh, we're playing versus Magnus.
Do you know what? It would be super painful if you just had him get a good RP, wipe the side of NIP, they all buy back, he walks into the pit and sees a refresher shard, and they don't even realize it. That would be... That would be a story you want to write right now.
Yeah, that would be definitely the story of the tournament. After Dundee and Puppy, obviously.
Not an easy story to beat. Ace is going to stand his ground at the front, just hitting the buildings. He hits pretty damn hard at this stage. They don't need to commit anyone else.
Not at all. Yeah, he has Octarine as well, and even if he dies, like he invested in a big item, such as Octarine, and he still has enough gold for buyback. It's just...
Oh, Fada's impatient. He wants to join in as well.
Like 4 heroes on the side of NIP have buybacks. Rapier.
Rapier's been picked up. They just smoked up. This is what they need. They need a good opportunity at the back line, though, because they are not sticking anyone who is not tanky at the front.
No,
that would have revealed it. Split's going to come out. They ping out. Did they see Solo? He's trying to move away. Glimmer Cape's about to run out. He does have the gem as well. This could be big if he actually dies. Solo. Nightmare to dodge out the stuns. Good. They should be able to cyclone him up and bring him down in the arrow. He's going to fall. No one tries to cover him. No.
Ogre's
he gets
gone.
the kill on a PPD.
Sorry.
Whoopsie. 1-for-1 kill. PPD dead for 100 seconds. And actually, they secure the gem with the Magnus.
I wonder if they saw the Rapier or not. Like, because he did.
I thought they would have from the attempt top because it wasn't crits, clearly. And Ace lost a lot of HP.
They were smoked up, but yeah, you're right. Most likely they did. And the creeps did a lot of damage to the bottom tower. It's kind of good. I don't know. This Rapier is scary, man. It definitely is. And you are approaching the stage in which VP scores are going to have those buybacks back up. And with that, it's like... Still, though, if you die as Kunkka, you're giving away a Rapier, so...
Well, that's true, but at this stage in the game, the state you're in, etc., it's not game losing. It's potentially game winning. That's the way you have to look at it.
Fleet is so strong, man. Like, even with the Rapier, he's still not going for the Tidebringer cooldown.
It's too good.
It's just... The Fleet is just way too good, I suppose.
Like, 50% reduction against this team, 12 seconds, and
the
being
lockdown,
renewed.
and the lockdown, right?
Imagine you get Scythe, but the boat buff touches you. Okay, good luck.
Well, Mirana has got something to say when it comes to damage as well, as she's building into that Daedalus next.
She will save for buyback, knowing about that Rapier now, though.
Of course.
There's no way you risk it. This is the thing, like, sometimes you'll see these ball pickups, you risk it a little bit. Kunkka with a Rapier, that's one of the scenarios you always keep buyback, because you never know when the crits are going to favor it.
Yeah, it's just RNG. Trust in the RNG. Now we're gonna see the true skill. Does no one have the true skill that's necessary for him to win?
Let's see if he's been making tributes to the RNG gods. That's the real catch here.
Yeah.
Well, as a result of that, PL is now going for the butterfly as well. He's going to need to save for buyback, though. He can't commit to it just yet. And as we look at this point in the game, you're going to look for that gold disparity that's occurring. Right now, NIP supports are a lot richer than those of VPs.
Does Mirana have an MKB so far?
No, she didn't go for the MKB. She went for the Satanic. She tanked up.
Right, so
now she's going damage.
That butterfly on PL is going to be good.
She got Hex on Magnus.
Yeah, the problem for PL is still the Necro, though, as he basically deals with the hero at this point. It's not like that you cannot just dodge him as PL and go for other kills, but so far Ramses has definitely been trying to match with the Necro, which isn't really optimal for him.
It's a bold strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they can actually find some of this Moonlight Shadow, because Pasha's still pretty far out. Fada's moving in the right direction. Pasha and Viz with the Shadow Blade right now.
Yeah, just two Invis boys in the forest. Crossing paths. Like
they'll never know, though. What deep story.
Yeah, basically, they could have been soulmates, but they were in Invis. No, and nothing's going to happen
now
there.
They'll never know.
We could have had some chemistry there in the woods, but...
You've been watching too many chick flicks in the hotel.
On Ukrainian dubs. So I have no clue what's happening.
All right, they're pushing again in the top lane. Ace wants this Rax. I mean, he was here a while back. They were repelled somewhat, but he's pretty tanky. He can survive a hit from Kunkka. Not sure about 2.
Well, we saw PPD and how he survived it, which he didn't.
I'll teach him not to be in full HP.
Well, that wasn't
there's
so
a hit.
much.
Yeah, no, Fada's pretty tanky. He doesn't care too much.
Yeah, that was all right.
He could
Bearable.
commit the BKB to get the Rax here. It wouldn't be terrible. You're just worried about the exit because Pasha is ready.
Was he even empowered there? That was really weird that he didn't do so much damage.
By the way, that was really good from Peter. He hit the Ignite onto Magnus, so he couldn't even initiate if he wanted to.
Yeah, he has that Tether Lance, and Ignite is one of those spells that actually has a huge range anyway. So, yeah, with the Tether Lance, it's definitely easy to hit targets that are super far away, which other spells wouldn't be able to usually catch.
Ooh, wow, that Dazzle got the courier.
Yeah, that's the butterfly actually.
Yep, that's going to delay the PL a little bit. And of course, with
How
the
did he
Moonlight
get it?
Shadow,
How
they're
did he
constantly
get it?
going.
Did he try to use the courier from the other side? Like from the other secret shop? Is that what he was doing? I didn't see it. I guess because the positioning of the Dazzle, right? Whatever. I think like...
that was, I think it was like 30 seconds or so ago because they were
so
area.
it lingers a bit longer than...
No, yeah, because we get the constant announcement. Just in case we miss it because we're busy watching for big Kunkka crits, which is, of course, our big watch list right now.
Of course, this AC on the Brew also helps this team so much. Obviously, the Pike Dazzle, like the classic, the right-clicking Dazzle with the pipe.
I think the biggest concern right now is like they're pulled in 2 directions because you need to build armor against the PL, but you need raw HP to survive the Kunkka.
Yep.
Kind of counterintuitive in that regard.
It is, but for me right now, how it looks like is that NIP, it's much easier for them to fight right now if it's on the low ground. It's much easier to take these favorable fights. It's much easier for them to execute their team fight properly. You just need the Brute to jump in and use his ult. I wouldn't mind seeing something refresher shards still.
They're going to realize it's there though.
Oh, hello, PPD.
PPD, please. Okay, he's going to be shouting his team right now. What the hell is this doing on the floor? They're probably having a little chuckle about it. Brewmaster now has a second split. And they'll be getting another refresher shard soon because Roche is up actually very soon, about 20 seconds. There we go.
I mean, that's not a chuckle. That refresher shard could have done so much.
It definitely could have.
Yeah, if they had it. So it's kind of... It might be demoralizing a little bit even, but at least now you have 2 refresher shards if they do manage to take that next rush.
You know, you're putting your investments in the bank. You didn't want to spend them.
Yeah,
and now you can afford a Bugatti.
Yeah, Ace has almost 9k gold in stash. What does he buy here? What does a hero truly need when he has everything? A shard for someone?
I was about to say, Moonshard be good.
Like maybe you give it to Mirana, maybe you use it on yourself. You can kinda hit, I suppose, but most of his damage just comes from him being around, using that Shiva's, using the...
Oh, he needs another heart.
Another heart? He heard us. We called him heartless, and now he's compensating basically.
Now he's turned into Doctor Who.
Look at that.
Oh, there's the Roche. It's not going to take very long. Fada hits pretty damn hard. That's going to be a second refresh shot. Who do you give it to? Does Necrophos finally get one?
He has no slots. It's problematic.
Make room.
Do they forget it again? Let's see. Let's see if they see it. They see it, I think.
Please.
There we go. All right, so you use the Aegis. All right, so you use the sight, then you die somehow, and then you replace the Aegis for another sight, I suppose.
Plans. Good plans.
Makes some sense, right? And you have the cheese again on the Mirana.
We've been pretty slow at the stage. She
definitely hits hard right now.
Yeah,
so
she just
hard.
has to make sure the targets are next to her. That's the job of the Brew and the Ogre, though. Okay, she doesn't have to worry about that responsibility.
Actually, I expected VP to move a bit more freely while all this is happening, but they have still been stuck in their... yeah, the rape.
Kunkka's got another Rapier coming, I think.
Another one?
He's got a Demon Edge on the Courier right now.
Another one?
I think we're going to get a second Rapier.
Another Rapier? Come on, man. No, it's a...
Oh, no. No, he went for a Battle Fury.
Even with Magnus?
Really?
Is it worth? Like,
how often are you going to get targets clustered like that? Come on.
Does the math check out?
It's pretty high, but you have to have a target right next to creeps, which isn't going to happen very often here. You know, yes, you have to push the creep wave in.
Yeah, there might be some sort of interaction versus the armor on the creep if you hit it.
Or because cleave is pure.
Yeah. Well,
interesting choice, nonetheless. I was actually really expecting him to go for the next rapier.
Yeah, so was I. But there we go. He didn't go for 2 rapiers, but Ace went for 2 hearts. So now the question is, like,
which one made the right choice in life?
Which one? Yeah.
Well, Ace didn't feel that at all. They're going to enfeeble him up. They need to slow him down somehow.
Wait, did he hit him there? Or was the...
It's a little tickle. Oh, there you go. Torrent coming out. Light Strike Array. That's going to take a long time. They might run out of mana before they even kill him.
Was the Solar the thing that helped Ace there?
It did, yeah. They kept him alive even longer. Well, as a result, they'll keep poking and prodding. They're in no rush to take this Rax. Backdoor's going to be there, though. Creeps are nowhere nearby.
Does Fata have the Moonlight Shadow talent? Or does
he
go
does
for arrows?
Yeah, he has.
I love this talent so much.
It's so strong.
I mean, no one is taking... Nobody is taking it.
You remembered?
No, really, nobody is taking this talent, and I love it. I love it so much.
I see it more often than the arrows right now.
I mean, this talent is so strong. You can basically just do this. Go back, reset, invis again. It's so hard to constantly have detection everywhere on the map. Even with the jam, it doesn't matter. That hero has to commit on one side of the fight, and then on the other side of the fight, if you don't have a dust or a sentry, you're doomed. So it's really good. I love it.
I mean, truth be told, there's already enough RNG in this game. We don't need to add, can I hit a second arrow to the list?
Yeah.
Ace is just unbreachable. How do you get... Maybe a Spirit Vessel would be a good shout here?
Did you say base or Ace?
Ace.
Ace is definitely unbreachable, yeah. It's so hard.
Ace is a mobile base at this stage. He's slowly taking the racks. Fada forced to use the BKB. Should be fun. They'll take the racks, and now they'll look to move away. The Fiend's Group's going to be there, though. Solo on side, the pings come out. They're going to force PPD back. Ace is going to stand. Ground side's going to be there. Pain is enough to kill him. They don't get the side kill, though. 65 seconds sideline on the side. They will find Roger, and that's dead for 100 seconds. No buyback available for... Well, he's 350 short.
Yeah, you don't have your supports now. You have to somehow defend without the supports. And
this is big.
It's rough, but maybe they cluster up. Maybe.
Kunkka, if you want a big crit, now's the moment. He's on the move. Here he goes, and he doesn't swing.
He didn't swing. Right?
He did not swing at all. He's so scared at this point. Ramsey's pretty deep. Needs to be careful, actually. Going to be burned up a little bit. They're just hitting builds, though. They don't care right now. A lot of damage coming in. No one the BKB moving forward, but Fada the right clicks. No one's gone. They get it. The boat way too late. Now Fada stunned up. The RP coming out. The boats continue to go through. GG already called, though, as VP tap out. And NIP... What can you say about this game? It is Opposites Day. We're going to be going to a game 3.
There we go. There we go. That's the spirit, NIP.
And, well, I'm glad. You know what? People were starting to think, is this just going to be a 2-0? This is looking good for VP. They looked very hot in game 1. But you know what?
We're going to game 3, man.
We're going to game 3. And NIP said, no. This is ours. We don't even need a refresher shard. We're going to buy a little bit more time. We're in no rush. We're having fun.
No, yeah, great. Let's go. Game 3. Panel, come on.
Yeah, panel, where are your insights? Let's get to this.